Dylan, you got it? No, that's all right. I'm on this one. You don't need to worry. Congratulations. We've had a lot of finals today. That was arguably one of the best. We saved it to almost last. You must be over the moon. What a high quality contest that you've come out on the right side of.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing, to be honest. I've had 2 hard fights in 2 days. 2 days. It's good quality lads that won it. When you got 2 lads that won it in the weekend, like they want to win, it just makes all the training and the fight worth it, and it's lovely. Involved in a good fight that everyone enjoys. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a great shot window because we didn't show your fight yesterday because we weren't filming, obviously, but we watched it. We were like, God, we want to see a bit more of that. Takes 2 to make a great fight, though, and he bought it, didn't he, Henry?
Yeah, Henry did. He's a tough lad. Kept coming forward. When you've got a fighter that always wants to come forward, you know, that can take punishment. And they keep replying. You know, it brings something out of you to, you know, keep pushing, keep going. Like, it almost brings that, like, that dog out of you, do you know what I mean? And yeah, nice. Yeah, it takes 2 to tango.
That was great, and you're on the right side of it. How are you going to celebrate?
With pizza and back to training tomorrow.
Back training tomorrow. Come on, you've got to give yourself a break, haven't you?
Nah, no break. I want to win the night. Nationals, want to win the elites this year. You know, my dream to be a pro. I'm surrounded by, you know, a great team in Richard Grigg, Stephen Phillips, Billy Stanbury, Alex Double, Danny. Passmore, got a nutritionist, Jack Coat, you know, they all make it worth it, and when you get rewards like this, it makes you want to train harder and keep fighting. And yeah, like I said, I've got bigger aims this year. Yeah, that's what I keep on pushing, keep training.
Yeah, well, listen, we enjoyed you as an amateur. I think you'll make a pretty good pro as well. So come and see us one day. Hopefully we'll see you on Sky again.
100%, I hope so too.
Nice one. Well done. You're Box Cup champion.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 22 in Ring A, an open class senior competition weighing 80 kilo. Henry Murray from the Williamton Boxing Club is introduced in the red corner, and Dylan Burston, his opponent from the Biddeford Amata Boxing Club in North Dion, who is in the blue corner. Blue Burton, red Murray. About number 22, the night's penultimate bout in Ring A. Verification. Wolverhampton is represented by Henry Murray, who is wearing red. In the blue is Dylan Burston from Beeford. These 2 boxes arrived yesterday. Both were outstanding yesterday and quite clear winners. It should be a good fight then. Both Henry Murray's rapid start and boxing out of the conventional posture. Dylan. Burston's right hand, meanwhile, is in perfect condition. Did he take Jamal Franklin's advice to heart? Get the other brother now. He acted really hostilely yesterday, but in a measured manner, Dylan Burston. And I always wonder, Matt, I've watched it so many times when you had the Smiths boxing on the same card, and I used to worry about how it would influence the other one, like, oh God, I hope one of them doesn't get beat. We observed him standing ringside, shadow boxing and skipping. So I wonder, Henry. There, he just witnessed his brother being stopped. I wonder if that will have any effect on him. Yes, I am aware of it. That's something I've always pondered, about the Smiths. In fact, I recall the moment when Lee Sell stopped Steven. Yes, I boxed afterwards. In the changing room, he was observing it. I recall. Yes, it was because I lingered in the changing room with Steven, who you know is there to go. Everyone else, of course, flocked to the ringside to watch Paul's battle, although I know that it would have been hard for Burr to hook to the body in the blue gloves. For the first minute and a half of this opener, these two are a good match. Buren's right hand is good. He's wearing blue gloves and a skirt that resembles trunks. In the red is Henry Murray. There was some good movement from Buren off the ropes. They are both 19 years old. Burr just moves to Southport. Indeed, Burston has a powerful appearance, doesn't it? I'm not sure whether it's just me, but he appears much larger. Although they belong to the same weight class, 75 to 85 kilo is a lot of weight. There can be a significant size differential between you and the other guys coming down because you're only in the division. Buren appeared to me to be much more muscular. However, Henry Murray gave it a good hand. Yes, Maury's right hand is excellent. Amazingly. Excellently done. These two complement each other wonderfully. So far, the game is quite watchable and evenly balanced. Based only on what we observed yesterday, I thought it would be as well. I'm not an expert. I've seen them both for the first time. Very easy. On the eyes, though. They are both strong offensively there. They both release their hands. Claps. Not too far away. I mean both of them when I say not far away. The right hand, which Murray possessed, was not far away. However, Jenan Buren also made a good round. Excellent, excellent. All right, we're at the ABC corner of Bidford. A BGC national champion, 8-time Western Counties champion, Welsh Box Cup champion, and 2-time Riviera champion this year. Richard Griggs, Danny Passmore, Alex Devil, and Dylan Furin are all highly educated. He has also trained for an out in the top-ranked gym during Floyd's tenure there, and sparred with the then #1 roof champion, who went on to the Olympics. He has therefore traveled the American route and most likely gained a great deal of experience along the way. In the second of 3 bouts, Wolverhampton's Henry Murray is in the red, while Beeford's Dylan Buren is in the blue. The first round between the two was extremely evenly matched. Lots of action like that. Who is winning this battle? Since they both touched down and fired a few shots there. They both landed strong shots, I believe. Yes, I believe you to be correct. There, I was practically giggling as I unloaded and nearly went broke. Aren't they both the good guys in the game? Because, as I mentioned to myself, he seemed somewhat smaller than the other one in there. Burton has just missed a couple of occasions with that counter left hook. I wonder if he's simply acting a little sarcastic. If he throws it a little bit longer, it might just land on Henry Murray's chin. But you're right, buddy. Henry Murray is very competitive because, in my opinion, throwing when your opponent is throwing requires a unique combination of skill and confidence. In fact, Buren might also be considered for that, as they toss, oh, at the same time. That's Murray's gum shield. Both of them, I believe, landed left hooks. They are literally swapping. I mentioned that it felt like 8 hours ago. It's impossible to call every punch. It isn't feasible. This is the ideal illustration of that. We believed that we would be knocked down there at the same time. Buren's right hand was excellent immediately following the break. Murray's left hand is good. Who's winning this mat, I wonder? Stevens too. Although it's entertaining for us to witness the exchanges in which they both throw and catch at the same time, there are moments when you think, dude, you're getting knocked out. They are hit by shots they don't notice, because they're not paying attention to what's going back at them, but it's not usually because they don't take good shots. Simply said, they're too preoccupied with their throwing. Murray did land a really nice right hand, but this exchange began with a right hand that was bursting. This is a corker so far, so if you've stuck with us all this time, you should be thankful you have. Murray has a good short right hand. The knuckles are not completely turned around. It may have had twice the effect if he had. And I thought that even during his most recent altercation with his other brother, they could produce a lot more electricity, but they could sort of put it out there. That arm gives a slight punch. They simply pushed him out there, twisting his arm and turning his body somewhat more. They'll be able to produce a lot more power, in my opinion. Indeed, that was still a strong shot because it completely prevented Burr from moving forward, but he essentially just regroups and returns to the southpaw position. Initially in the blue. Yes, I agree that Fur has a smoother, more rounded appearance, perhaps a little more substantial. Both of these are still rather competent pros, and I'm not trying to steal amateurs either. Burr fights like a pro then. Oh, Burren's right hand is good. But Murray handles it so nicely. Maury's, his guts and his determination make up for what he lacks in his I don't know the technique style. Every day of the week, I could watch this fight. So far, what a contest. Around us, people are standing and cheering. We've had more than 2 rounds, in my opinion. You might have found a treasure there, Matt. Thus, they are identically built because they are twin brothers. They either can't or won't, which is reasonable, in my opinion. In the same weight class, they will not box. Henry should therefore probably be at the weight below. However, he has gone up since his twin brother is present, and they don't want the siblings to fight. I never really considered that, but now that you've said it, it makes perfect sense since, well, he's a significant jump from 75 to 80, isn't he? 5 kilograms, 11 pounds. You can tell whether Buren is at a physical disadvantage if he's coming down to make 80 kilo, and Henry Murray has moved up because Charles Morris is at 70, 175 kilo. Yes. However, the fight has been infused with style from the very beginning. No. He makes up dull coonies to make up for his lack of physicality. There you have it. Multilingual. Oh, was that short, or did you land it? Was across the street from us. His right hand is rather well measured. Well, Dylan Buren. But Murray always matches him when he has a brief moment of success. It has been incredibly clean. The referee didn't really need to get involved, did he? Hardly at all, actually. But there's where I question whether that physicality just matters. He simply stood by him and struck the body. Was Dylan Burston present? Powerful shots. I am aware that we already discussed it. Maybe you can't take too much out of the body after 3 rounds, but he has been hit in the torso a few times. It's more tough to get there. I mean you. Getting there in 3 rounds is more difficult than getting there in more than 12, You can still get there, You can really take the wind down the sails if you catch them frequently enough and off in the proper spots with the correct shots. Here, who has more left to give? It's been a furious pace, really. Once more, this is the point at which energy efficiency becomes important. When they're pushing and shoving, more will be using more energy. It's tougher work for him, so even if he's giving as good as he's getting, he's likely using up more energy. Applause. Oh, he was simply being chased there by Murray. He was nailed. He was nailed. Claps. Buren truly commits when he leaves. As if he actually goes. Applause. Burton was slightly at fault for failing to turn the right hand over. It might have had a slightly greater impact if he had flipped it over, but it still landed. Burton's right hand is good. Claps. Well, play to Henry Murray. He continues to swing the axe in an attempt to topple this tree. Claps. Well done, Burston. Claps. Weak, however, Henry Murray is still correct about him. Still directly on Dylan Buren's chest. Applause. The final 10th place board is that one. Let's get started. This has been a battle. This has been a final. Incredibly clever. Congratulations to Dylan Buren and Henry Murray. That final is excellent. It's likely that someone will experience heartbreak there, but neither man can be deemed a loser because it was really smart, and I have no doubt that the experience will benefit them both. Applause. Burton has a slight marking beneath his right eye, which isn't shocking given the volume of leather being exchanged. Henry Murray. Applaud. Here, the doctor has just given him his check. Claps. The super heavies are the last one. It's a serious protocol, therefore I'm not laughing about it. We must ask the correct questions, although on a few occasions the boxes have been questioned. What day is it? Which date is it? Are you aware of your location? It's really hard to recall the day after a battle like that. We began this yesterday, In all the chaos, I don't need to be cursed if I had to in order to forget what day it is. Of course. However, they stated that I'm not making it a joke. These inspections are crucial. Let's win, though. IMC Rab. In a blue corner by a unanimous vote. B. Ford, Dylan Buren. Bravo, Foxes. We've had another one of those hands raised there, oh dear. Let's start over. We want to do it correctly. It's Buren. It was Burton, as stated. But I believe that was acceptable. Correct. It's blowing up. When feelings are high, that could lead to a lot of problems. That's right. Correct. Yes. However, I must admit that we have no influence over that. We're not like that. All right, Dylan Buren then. He will therefore visit.